kicker.
What is going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you guys can hear me. My bike's been off pretty much all day long. It's been unbelievable. So hopefully you guys can hear me and we don't have any issues. So if you can give me a thumbs up or whatever, let me know that you can hear me. That would be awesome. So yeah, I think I'm good. So all right, very good. Man, what a day! What a day of fishing. It is completely different from last week for sure. These guys grinded. It was a huge grind for these guys, and man, I tell you, it was a good morning. Kind of died down for everybody. Man, I tell you, the wind started blowing pretty hard during the day, and these guys, man, I'm telling you, I kind of feel bad for them, man. They just grinded all day long. I mean, freezing weather, man. Here it is. It's we're gonna get frost tonight, man. They're calling for freeze warnings here in Virginia. It's just not right. But I think it should be illegal as far as I'm concerned, man. It's May, for goodness sakes, man. But I congratulate these guys, man, on a grind today. So let's take a look at the bracket. For those of you who are new. Here's the bracket. We had the Elite 8 going on. We had Conrad Bonetti versus Daniel Perry. Conrad Bonetti's out of Florida. Daniel Perry's out of Alabama. William Kennan was going against Marcus Coates. William Kennan's from Louisiana. Marcus Coates from Arkansas. Jonathan Pepin, the man from the north with the smallmouth out of Michigan, taking on Patrick Tharp, the well-known angler out of Illinois. And Matt Frentress versus Marty Hughes, the seasoned veteran out of Nebraska and the young man out of Texas. So these guys, I tell you, we were talking to them all day long. We had them on camera all day long. And, again, you could tell some of them were just searching, man. It was just a complete search and a grind. But I'm proud of them for what they've accomplished to date. And look, man, 4 of them have to go home today. And that's the sad thing about it. You don't get to stick around. We have to determine what a Final 4 is going to be. And I'm going to welcome our prestigious guest on the line, Mr. Todd Patrick. How are you, sir? Man, I tell you, these guys grinded, didn't they, man? Absolutely, Todd. I'm gonna see if you guys if we can hear you. Hold on one second, okay? Yep. It sounds like to me we don't have any sound coming out of you. I don't know why. Um, Not sure what's going on. But yeah, I'm not sure why we don't have any sound from you, but we'll figure it out, man. All right, I can hear you, but it's just not coming through the thing here, so I'm not sure here what's going on. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just not coming through the soundboard here. Not going. Technology sucks, man. It is what it is. All right. Yeah, I tell you what. Call my cell phone. All right. Very good. Let's see here.
Hello, hello.
All right. Here we go. Hopefully you can hear us.
I can hear it.
All right. Good deal. All right. So, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Skype. It just sucks sometimes. But, all right. Well, let's get to the bracket, guys. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get some guys on the line, get some guys on the phone, and go over these matchups. And unfortunately, Conrad Bonetti is not available. Apparently, what he says is he's naked in bed and can't talk right now. So that is what it is. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, man.
He said he's got to get ready for work.
Yeah, yeah, he's got to get ready for work. So this guy works overnight, but yeah, it is what it is. All right, so let's go over the bracket here. Conrad Bonetti and Daniel Perry. And Todd, give us your thoughts about this one, man.
Which one are we going over?
Conrad Bonetti and Daniel Perry.
I mean, we got a sneak preview, obviously, throughout the day. Conrad went out and laid the smackdown. Caught, a 23 and a quarter, a 21 and a quarter. Put up some straight donkeys today. Florida was good to him. He was over 100 inches. And Daniel Perry was reeling all day long. And I don't know if he caught up because I don't know what happened at the end. But I know that Conrad had a very, very, very favorable lead going into this evening. And I would be super shocked to see Daniel come back. But it would be an awesome story. But I don't know. We'll have to get that revealed and see what happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure, man. I mean, Conrad just put the smackdown on him early. I mean, he was on the board at 103 inches, man. That's hard to come back from. Daniel, when we talked to, he was going around bridges and then even fishing lily pads and everything else, and it was just a struggle for these guys. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm shocked that Conrad put that kind of number up for sure.
Yeah, it seemed like he was the least affected by the cold front. I mean, it seemed like everybody else was definitely affected by it, and Conrad just went out there and said, anything you can do, I can do better to everybody in the field, and just, in my opinion, ran away with the day with that huge bag of 103 last time I saw, 103 and a quarter. He was trying to upgrade to get the biggest bag of the tournament from Rolando Nandon, and we'll look forward to see if he was able to do that or not.
Yeah, I mean it's been, I don't know, pretty unbelievable, pretty unbelievable. All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna see if I can get Mr. Daniel Perry on the line. I'm trying to do this mobily here, and
I was gonna say, since I'm not on there, you might be able to get Daniel on live.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get him on. All right, and then I'll just have to do this mobily. I'm sorry, guys. What's up? You got your mute button on? Yeah, man, I can't hear him. All right. Well, let's just do this, guys. Let's just make this simple. We're just gonna go ahead and go right to the brackets. Not sure what's going on. We'll get right to the brackets. Todd, you still with me, buddy?
I am now. I was while you were trying to get a hold of Daniel. I see you muted me.
All right. For whatever reason, Skype's not working. Skype's not working on the sound on there either, man. I'm not sure. It seems like we have a Skype problem mobily. It's just the sound's not coming through at all for anybody. So
That's
it's
weird.
really weird. So just try to call them and it's just not working. So all right, let's just do this, man. Let's just get through it. We're gonna go through the brackets and then, when
Maybe we can go through the brackets and then maybe you can come back through and mobily just do interviews.
yeah, we'll do that. If not, what we'll do is Tuesday we're gonna do a preview show of the 128 starting up this weekend. Preview of the 128 coming up this weekend. All right, Daniel Perry sent me his phone number, so let me see if I can call him in. Hey, bud, how you doing, man?
Hey,
All right, we got Mr. Perry on, and,
What's up?
and Todd. How you doing, man? Daniel,
Hey.
it was a grind for you today, buddy.
Yeah, man, I'm still driving home from Guntersville. I haven't even made it home yet.
Wow.
I fished, like, I gave it hell to the bill, man. Like, every single minute of the day till the end of the day.
that's
Gave
awesome.
it everything I had. You know, it is what it is. I came up short. Congratulations, Conrad. He, 2 weeks of 100 inches. That's amazing. You know, but really, I didn't want to tell him to get his hopes up, but I knew if he put up another 100, I was done anyways. I just, I wasn't on those kind of fish.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's no doubt. Well, here, let's just do this, man. We're going to reveal, the winner of the East and going to the Final Four is indeed going to be Mr. Conrad Bonetti. Conrad the Barbarian or Librarian Bonetti, whatever you want to call him, is going to the Final Four. He wins the East. He talked the smack and he backed it up. Congratulations, Conrad. But Daniel, I want to give you your due, buddy. I mean, look, man. I'm going to give you who you beat. You beat Brad Golden out of Tennessee. You beat Tony Bryant out of Virginia and Doug Wilson out of Florida to make it to the Elite Eight, man. Dude, congratulations, man. I mean, what a run for
What
you,
an
buddy.
awesome, yeah, what an awesome run, Daniel, and major props to you and your journey to the Elite Eight. You just ran into like a literal buzzsaw. I mean, I know it's said over and over again; it's an overused term, but I mean, there's nothing other than that with Conrad down there in Florida being able to put up those donkeys. But congratulations, brother, on your road. Congratulations on grinding it out, not giving up. That's awesome. That's really cool to show your resiliency. To stay out there and bust butt all day. And, man, just tell us about your tournament, and you have the floor, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's the other last few times I fished clean and everything's went well, and today I didn't fish clean, but, really, even if I would have caught those couple of fish and I would have caught, it wouldn't have been enough. So, I'm going home with my head held high. I did the best I could and did really, you can't be disappointed making it this far. I did everything I could, so it is what it is, man. I'm happy I was able to do it, and I appreciate y'all and everything you've done for all the anglers, and I'm just appreciative for the whole thing and glad I was able to be a part of the first one.
Well, buddy, you're a class act, man, and as I said, man, dude, it's a pleasure to get to know you, man, and hey, you do have a check coming to you and a trophy coming to you, man. But you grinded it out, dude. And most people would have quit a long time ago. You grinded it out to the very end. The inches were, let me see, you have 103.25 inches, Conrad Bonetti, and Daniel Perry came in at 72.5 inches. Again, just wasn't quite enough. It was again. Look, man. I think you got. Let me see here. I'm trying to pull up your stats. Let me see. Yeah, you did. You got your limit. Everyone got their limit today. So hey, man. Getting your 5 on a day like today, man. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, it wasn't even close, man.
No, I know. I know. It wasn't, but what can you say? As I said, I didn't think Conrad had 100 inches today. I was the first one to say that, having that easterly wind, I didn't know he was going to get on the water at 7 a.m. today, to be honest with you. I thought he was a 10 a.m. guy, but he got on and boom, and not much you can do, man.
He had a 23 and a 21 before it was lines in Central Time Zone.
Crazy.
Yeah, but Daniel, another some food for thought with your output today. I honestly don't know. I don't think you would have beat anyone in the field. So I mean, it's not like you just ran into a buzzsaw with Daniel. It was just a rough day for you out on the water. But still, man, congratulations. And if that makes it a little easier for you, just today just didn't seem to be your day out there on Guntersville. But Guntersville showed out for you for 3 weeks, and congratulations on a top 8 finish. That's definitely way better than I did, and I'd be proud of it.
Yeah, man, I definitely am.
Well, Daniel, good luck, man. We'll talk to you soon, and hopefully you'll be fishing in our regional tournaments down in the Midwest, South, or Southeast. I think you're in Southeast, if I'm not mistaken. But love to have you join again when I know you're not fishing Mays bracket. You got to tend to home, which we understand. But hopefully see you in the fall, buddy.
Sounds good. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Take care.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you.
All right. Bye.
Well, as I said, congratulations to our guy Conrad Bonetti for winning the East. He is a Final Four, our first Final Four contestant. That is amazing. Congratulations. Very happy about that. Hey, he worked for it, man. You know what I mean? All right.
Since since Conrad's not around, just to speak on his behalf a little bit, to go out there and just to change bodies of water like he did after last week, knowing that he had to do something different because Fellsmere wasn't producing like it was, for him to go down to the Everglades and put all of his eggs in a basket in the middle of a tournament to change, guys, that shows guts. That shows, that's really good to be able to do, what he did. And just congratulations again to Conrad and making that move and sticking with it. And it might be the recipe for a championship. We'll have to see.
Absolutely. All right, man. Well, let's do this, man. Why don't you get your special guest on the line that you know, and I'll get Mr. Kennan and our other guy on the phone.
Okay, I will. I'll make a phone call.
Sounds good. All right, let's see. We're going to get Mr. Kennan and Mr. Coates on the line.
Hello?
Mr. Kennan, how are you, sir?
Oh, good, sir.
Good, man. Hold on one second here. All right. I believe we've got... do we got Todd on the phone? All right.
All right, me and Mr. Special Guest are
This is
here.
special guest, okay, and then we're going to try to get Mr. Mark.
Special guest?
We have a special guest, yes, sir. And then
Rodney Kennan?
Yes, sir.
What's up, Rodney? How you doing?
Hey, good. Let me pull into this gas station. I'm driving
There you go.
off of.
Yeah, be safe.
Though, man.
all right, let me try to get the other gentleman on the phone.
Hello.
All right, Marcus, hold on one second.
It might be.
All right, we got-
Might be calling from bed.
We got everybody on the phone here. We've got Mr. Kennan, and we've got Marcus. Marcus, you there?
I'm here.
All right, we got Mr. Todd Patrick on the line, and we have a special guest we don't want to announce quite yet. But Marcus, how you doing, buddy?
I've had better days, but I've had worse days.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you're fishing, right? So,
right.
things could be worse, man. Mr. Kennan, how was your day, sir?
Oh, it was very long, very tiring. I think I actually put in eight and a half hours,
Yes, sir.
and that's on top of 6 hours of traveling.
That's the most that you've done so far. Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, sir, by far.
Absolutely.
So how was? Refresh me. What was the lead? Who had the lead before that leaderboard got shut off? What and when? How close were we?
I think the last time I looked, I think I had like 87, and Marcus had 86.
I had 87, and he had 88 and a quarter.
Okay, I knew it was really close.
Gotcha. Guys, if you could do me a quick favor, give me a thumbs up if you can hear the phone calls. Hopefully you can. Because Skype audio is not working for whatever reason. It's working all day, but it's not working now.
Breaker 19.
All right.
Breaker 19, come in there.
Okay, we're good. We're good. All right. Well, guys, it was a honestly a cutthroat day, back and forth, guys, with you guys all day long. Marcus took an early lead, put the smackdown on you, Mr. Cannon. I was actually concerned about you, man. In terms of being be able to put up fish. We got some information that it's just going to be a tough day, man, for you on the water. Marcus, tell us about your day, man. Let's go into your day first, buddy.
Oh. Man, I showed up to the lake. I got out there, and I'm like, okay, it's looking all right. I'm going back to an area that I had picked out previously, and man, it was just blown out. We got some rain overnight. Actually woke me up while I was sleeping in the truck. The creeks were flooded. It was it went from crystal clear water last time I was there to chocolate milk, and I never got on a consistent bite. Never caught more than 2 fish on one bait. I just, I didn't even have a morning or an afternoon bite. I just caught fish periodically throughout the day. But, in the end, I just, I couldn't catch what Mr. Kennan had. I mean, the more experienced angler won today.
Well,
hang on. How do you know?
How do you know that? You don't have any clue. You have no clue who won.
You have no clue. Reveal this.
No. Yeah, we have no clue what's going on. Mr. Kennan, how was your day, sir?
Same thing. We had all this rain. I got to my spot. The water was up probably a foot. It was muddy. The temperature dropped 8 degrees from last Saturday. I lost a couple big ones off the bat. They wasn't really biting the lure today. They were just slapping it. Just kind of, they were very lethargic. But I figured once the sun came up, it warmed up I figured my bite would be the 12 to 5 bite. And I just kept working and grinding away, and that's all I could do. And yeah, I kept watching that leaderboard, and I know at one time I jumped up on Marcus like 86 to 81, and then the next time I looked, it was like 86, 85, and then I looked again, and yeah, I think I had another 1-inch lead. Then when I looked again, the standings went off. And what time do they go off so I can look now? Because I don't even know.
We're going to tell you that. We're going to release the standings here as soon as the call's done.
And I was nervous. And yeah, then I had a 45-minute travel back to the launch. And
yeah.
I had to sit there 30 minutes and wait for some good-looking little lady and her husband to come and help me to load up. And she was a first responder, too. And I actually was going to pretend I passed out just to get mouth to mouth.
Can we get the standings, please?
Well, Mr. Kennan, we have a
Mr.
Kennan, we have a special guest for you. Todd, you want to announce who the special guest is?
Yeah, we got Mr. Jamie Broad on the line. What's up, Jamie?
Jamie Broad.
What's happening? Yeah. What's up, buddy? Well, Mark,
What's happening?
how do y'all think y'all did?
Well, I never called another fish after I hit 87, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume, unless he dropped off the face of the planet and didn't have his identifier in the pictures, that he beat me. Like, I guess some freak accident, he just forgot to put his identifier in the pictures, then maybe I've got a chance.
No.
Well, we asked Jamie to come on. Jamie, we're going to reveal the results. I would like you to tell us who is marching on to the Final Four.
Well, after talking to Rodney at 3 o'clock today, I was kind of worried about who's going to be marching on. I get the whole Pepsi credit. He gave his opinion about 4 o'clock, and he ended up pulling it out.
So who was the winner?
So who's the winner? Mr. Rodney William Kennan is moving on
Rodney Kennan
to the Final Four. He beat Marcus Coates, our broadcaster friend. Mr. William Kennan is moving on to the Final Four, facing Conrad Bonetti. Mr. Kennan, congratulations, buddy.
What did Rodney have?
Rodney had, let's see, Rodney had 93 and a half inches, and Marcus 87 inches. He came on with two giants at the end, 93 and a half to 87, and Mr. Kennan moves on.
Oh,
What a nice race between you guys today.
yes, it was. Marcus, man, I love you, brother. Jamie, thank you so much.
I'm here for you anytime, man. At 3 o'clock, I was kind of worried about you.
Yeah, I know. You called me. You told me. He said, dude, you need to catch some fish.
Just fish. That's it. Just no, don't worry about getting blown out this morning. Yeah, just worry about just catching fish, and you did it. You pulled it off at the end. And you
I worked hard.
And look at what yeah. I'm very proud of you, man. Yeah. Very happy.
Jamie, I think we have a bad connection. Well, guys,
Yeah, Jamie, we're losing you a little bit.
yeah, Marcus, I want to tell you congratulations, man. Dude, you are one heck of a fisherman. I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah.
You know, and to get to know you through this format, and dude, you're just a heck of a guy. Not only just a fisherman, man, but you know, dude, I don't know if anybody's poured his heart and soul into this more so than anybody. Dude, you are the epitome of a fisherman. You're pure class, and man,
Yes.
I'm so proud of you to work beside you, man. You better get geared up, man, because we've got some broadcasting to do this week, man. But it's gonna be
Mark,
it's gonna.
I tell you, stay out of East Texas. Come to Louisiana, man. It's better.
Hey,
Yeah,
can somebody tell Jamie, you know, he's got to make it past round 1 before he gives me advice?
Trash talk already.
I'm just kidding, Jamie. You're my homie. I'm a big fan, buddy.
That's great. Well, Mr. Kennan,
I might catfish Louisiana next weekend. You never know.
So we're already talking smack for the day bracket.
Bring Rodney some new Depends and some Insure, and come on.
Yes.
I can borrow them from my dad. He's got plenty of them.
oh my
Nice.
gosh.
God.
As long as you help me unload and load my kayak, you can come tag along with me. I'll teach you something.
Hey, as long as you're telling me, as long as you're buying the baits, I'll help you do whatever you need me to.
Oh, God.
Hey, I took a page out of your book this afternoon, Marcus.
I know. Hey, just for the record, I told him to throw a fluke, and he'll tell you what he got his fish on.
White fluke.
Yeah, I hear you,
No,
man.
he did not.
Yes, he did.
Yes.
I've
He
never
did
seen that old man throw a fluke in his life.
I
Well,
threw
yeah.
a white fluke.
Wow.
Who says a young gun can't teach a bassmaster new tricks?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Went from a 10-inch worm to a fluke.
You know, I just want to say, you know, congratulations, Mr. Kennan. I've got mad respect for you. You're my pick to win this whole thing. You know, I'm rooting on you at the get-go. I made it farther than anybody out there picked me to make it. I never gave up. My last cast was at 4:59, I caught my last fish at 5:01, and it didn't call anything, so it didn't matter. But it was. I just appreciate all the support and followers I've had through this whole thing. I can't wait for the May bracket next weekend, even though Greg unfortunately made me fish on Sunday. It's just been a blast from the get-go, and on the bright side, everybody gets to listen to me broadcast on Saturday. So, this is my present to all of you out there listening.
Well, hey, thank you for the present.
Whoopee!
Well, guys, we got to wrap this up, man. We got to get to the other side. Congratulations to you guys, and we'll see you soon.
And thank you, Jamie.
Congratulations to both of you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, take care.
Guys. Bye.
All right. Mr. Kinnon takes on Conrad Bonetti. All right, let's get to the other side of the bracket. We had Jonathan Pepin take on Patrick Tharp. These guys, again, grinding it out the entire time. So let's see if we can get Mr. Pepin on the phone.
Hey, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
That last matchup was super fun to follow throughout the day, as those guys were, passing each other back and forth, and then to see Rodney pull out and pull away at the end there, that was a treat. And that's what this whole bracket thing's all about. You know what I mean? Two guys that before this tournament nobody'd heard of, and then here we are, and they're becoming household names, especially in the KBBT community. It's really good to sit back and reflect on that, and I just wanted to congratulate both those guys after they got off the phone there. But I also want to say this: I am 2-0 in my Final Four right now.
Yes, you are, man, and I'm 0-2. So that just goes to show you, man. You just never know. Well, I'll tell you what. Do you have Patrick Tharp's phone number?
Let me check.
Okay, I'm gonna call Jonathan Pepin in.
Hello.
Mr. Pepin, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, man?
How you doing, man? Give me 1 second. All right, let's see. We're trying to get Mr. Patrick Tharp on the phone. I think I've got his phone number right here as well.
If you want to shoot it over to me, I'll call him. I just asked him for it. I don't have it.
I've got it right here. Here, let me see if we can get him on.
Okay. He's actually giving it to me right now. I can call him.
Okay.
Unless you're calling
Yeah, no, go ahead. All right.
I'm calling him now.
Jonathan, tell us about your day, buddy.
Man, it was a long day.
Yeah, I tell you, man, I could tell it was a grind and struggle for you, man. Honestly, I could tell that there was a little frustration when we Skyped you in today. You went out to the deeper end of the lake, trying to find, deeper fish. You couldn't get out to your spots, man. You're getting blown out. It looked like you were just frustrated a little bit, man.
Yeah, it started off great. I put my 5-fish bag together by, what the heck was it? 9:15, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No, either 9:15 or 8:15.
It was early. It was early.
Yeah, I got on the
you had
water.
89.5 early.
Right. And normally I like to get on the water like 15-20 minutes before line's in, but I don't know. I just had so much crap on my mind last night, thinking that I had everything ready, and I didn't. So I didn't even get on the water till like 5 after. But yeah, it's like I got them first 5 fish, and I was actually able to start. I think I called my first fish right before 9 o'clock or something. But it was just like, okay, here we go. It's gonna be a good day. And then it's like what wind I did have this morning started calming down, and it was like the offshore bite just shut off. Like I just couldn't buy a fish. And it's like between running back and forth to the truck to grab my charger for my phone, and my wife had to run home and grab something for me, and it was just, I don't know. Yeah, I was flustered, and it was just one of those days. And like after, I don't know, like basically after we got off our last live session, like around 3 o'clock, I kind of started I'm just like, you know what, I got to get out of the wind. I went up the river, and I started catching some fish again, and I started getting my confidence back. And they weren't big fish by any means, but it's like at that point I was just glad to feel a tug for a change.
Yeah.
And towards the end, it's like, man, it just kept blowing and blowing, and the wind changed, and it was just swirling all day. And you know, I took it upon myself, and I went back out offshore a little bit, and I was dealing with some stupid wind and some stupid waves, but I didn't care what Patrick had when the board went off, because I can't just be complacent ever, especially fishing against a guy like him and the water that he's in, because it's like I could easily see him catching 2 20-inch fish, you know, and that would have put him right there with me.
Yep.
And so I just went back out, and I just grinded it out as much as I could, and you know, I was able to get on a couple more fish, and you know, hopefully if everything works out, it's enough. And you know, I'd say I wanted my goal was to get 90 inches, you know, and I got that. And it's not, I guess you can call this my off week. And if 90 inches is my off week, I'm okay with that. But
yeah, sure.
Hopefully it's a little different next week if I get there. But,
yeah. I mean, it was a struggle for everybody, man. I mean, as I said, except for Conrad. Conrad threw 103 on the board. But, you know, again, I can see a lot of frustration in a lot of anglers' faces. Again, completely different situation. And that's what's so unique about this bracket, man. You know, we started this 4 weeks ago, man, and you guys have fished every single freaking condition possible. I mean, it's ridiculous, you know, the grind that this bracket does. Patrick, are you on with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, man, how you doing, man? How was your day, bud?
I mean, I'm not going to say it was bad because I caught a ton of fish, but it just wasn't what I was looking for. I mean, it started off, I caught a ton, but they were just all small. And I kept thinking, you know, the more it would warm up, that the bigger fish would come out, and they did. They just moved on to beds to where they weren't having it. I mean, I saw probably 6 different beds that, had 18 to 20-inch fish on it. And, I mean, they didn't even care. I could get right next to them. They didn't care. But as soon as a bait hit the bed, they were gone. They wouldn't come back for 5-10 minutes, and it just they weren't catchable, and that was the problem. And I couldn't find those pre-spawn fish that I was catching earlier in the week that had any size to them. But
you know, and that's what's so frustrating, man. When you can see the freaking winning fish right in front of you, man, and they're just not tapping the line. That is just. I mean, you know, as an angler, man, it's just, you know, it's so frustrating, man. That, you know, I think spawn fishing is frustrating anyway. But, man, when you're in a tournament and you can flat out see it right in front of your face, it's just, it's discouraging.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was tough to watch it, and I just kept hammering them, thinking that maybe I could finally trick one into biting, but it just wasn't happening.
Yeah. Well, guys, I want to go over the road that you guys went to.
Regrets over maybe not going back to St. Chris, or if you could do it all over again, you'd go to the same place?
Seeing what I think Pepin threw down, yes, but expecting him to throw that 95 inches down, it wouldn't have happened at St. Chris, especially this week. I mean, if it was, you know, ideal, I might have been able to sneak in a 90 to 92. But, I mean, I don't regret going where I was, because if it was on, it would have been on. But it just with the conditions, with the cold front, it just wasn't there.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I think just about anywhere would have been like that, except for maybe Newton, because it does have that power plant that's still running a little bit. That could have kept the water a little warmer overnight. But
right.
Well, Jonathan.
Congratulations to both of you guys, regardless.
Absolutely. Jonathan, let me talk about your path here that got you to the Elite Eight. You beat Greg Oakes out of Virginia. Then you took on Eric Siddiqui, fishing out of the South. You beat Eric Siddiqui. You went against Thomas Gent out of Maine. And now you faced Patrick Tharp in the Elite Eight. Patrick, you went through Renato Sorocha out of Rhode Island. You beat Todd Patrick. And then you beat Matt Linzeman, and now you face Jonathan Pepin. You know, I think the North was underrated, to be honest with you. When we looked at the brackets, Guys, I'm going to tell you something. That is not an easy task that you guys did. So, again, congratulations to you both for getting to where you're at and to where, you guys fished. But, guys, we got to announce a winner tonight. And moving on to the Final Four. Out of the North region and wins the North region is Mr. Jonathan Pepin. Congratulations. Great job, my friend.
Thank you.
Congratulations, John.
Thank you very much. Oh, man.
Absolutely. Mr. Pepin, congratulations. You are continuing on, man. Dude, you are just a machine, buddy.
I
What
tell you
was the
what.
inches there?
Yeah, so the inches for Mr. Pepin, let's see, 90.25. And then Patrick, you got 82.25, man. So 8 inches behind.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I thought that if John could have an off week, barely at 90 or in the upper 80s, I figured that could have been the chance to knock him off. But when he has his off week in the Elite Eight and is still going to advance, everybody in the Final Four better be on high alert because Jonathan Pepin's not going to do that again. He's got to be, all these guys are stacked. I mean, we got William Kennan, Conrad Bonetti, and Jonathan Pepin in the Final Four. That's sick. So everybody it's going to be a grind next week. But
I'm just amazed that the smallmouth bite is holding up. I mean, I can't believe it. I mean, I honestly, I just cannot believe it. When I saw Patrick, no offense, but when I saw the 218 inches getting thrown up the very first couple minutes on the board, I was like, man, I felt bad for you, man. I just like, here he goes again, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I tell you what, the fish up here in Michigan are just like the people that live up here in the UP of Michigan. It don't matter. You take them through the wind, the sleet, and the snow, and we just keep on going.
Yeah, no kidding. I hear you, man.
You can't stop them.
I hear you, buddy.
I'm hoping that I can find a fish next week, and we'll see what the weather brings. And it's like I said, this from Thursday to today, it was a 10-degree change in the water temperature alone in 2 days.
Wow.
I mean, it's ridiculous that I even got the bites that I did today. It was a struggle.
That is incredible. Well, Patrick, man, I want to say congratulations, buddy, man. As I said, make it to Elite 8. You got a paycheck. You got a trophy, man. Yeah, man. Congratulations, guys. And,
Thank you.
We'll get the trophies out, man. But, dude, one heck of a run. Elite 8 is not too shabby, my friend.
Absolutely. I'll tell you, and congrats, Pepin. You really threw it down today, even with the snow you guys were having and the cold weather.
Yeah, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. And I tell you what, you're a heck of an angler, and I can't wait to compete against you in the future, bud.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Thanks,
yeah,
man.
hey, and Patrick, do you want to give any shout outs to sponsors, friends, family, anything like that before we move on?
Yeah, just my girlfriend and my parents for putting up with me fishing all the time and just catch boards. I don't know. I'm sure everybody saw the video from last week, which was
That was pretty cool.
Video, yeah.
They came out and videoed, but yeah. So
Send it rods.
Oh yeah. Building rods. Now I have 3 weekends to get back to building, so we're good to go.
Nice.
Well, guys, congratulations. We've got to see who is going to be facing Mr. Pepin. So, you guys have a good night, man. We'll catch you on the other side.
Thank you.
See you guys. Congratulations.
Very cool. All right, let's see if we can get our other contestants on the phone. Mr. Marty Hughes. Let me see if I've got his number. I do not. I got Matt's number here.
Let me message Marty and see if he can shoot it over to
Okay, sounds good. What do you say, Mr. Frentress? How you doing, buddy? How you doing, man?
Oh, great.
Well, good, excellent.
I just got home, so.
You just got home. Wow, incredible. Matt, you seem like you had a pretty decent day. You got it on a late, I guess a mid morning frog bite, man. What in the world, man? I mean, that's kind of out of the blue there, man. I mean, I thought for sure the wind was blowing hard and all that other stuff, but you went to a different lake this time, and you. I mean, I don't know if you fished this lake during this tournament yet, but man, I tell you,
Yeah, this was a new lake, so.
What a bold move, man.
Yeah, I knew I needed to make a change, and I know this water, and I felt like I could really compete because I know Marty was going to be tough to get by if I didn't make a change. So made the change, and we had a lot of rain last night. We had the temperatures in the 40s in May in Texas, which is crazy.
Yeah.
The fish were a little lethargic. I wasn't getting any big bites. I was able to catch quite a few on live with you guys this morning, so that was kind of cool. Just never got that big bite.
Right. Well, I mean, as I said, dude, I mean, it was a bold move, man. I was actually surprised that you did that, man. But, yeah, kudos to you for doing it, man. As I said, you either have to go big or go home, right?
That's right. And a lot of times you can feel when lakes are changing or just not fishing the way they should. And that last lake, I mean, I barely got by Brundle. And so I could just feel like those fish were starting to turn off. The good thing about where I live, there is probably just tons of different lakes that at any given day you can put 100 inches up any day. It's just a matter of if those big fish are going to bite or not.
Yeah.
And, the lake that I was fishing, it has the potential to put 100 inches on the board pretty easily. I just never got. I think my biggest fish today was 18 3/4. I just never got a big bite. A couple of frogfish that I missed could have been 20-inch plus, but they just weren't eating it real good. But but it was still a pretty good day. After that morning bite that y'all saw, it was a grind. I had to change things up. They weren't eating that frog anymore, so I had to change things up. So I started flipping some reeds.
Right. Well, Mr. Hughes, are you on the line?
Yes, sir.
Buddy, how you doing, man? How was your day?
I'm exhausted.
Oh, I'm sure, man. I mean, as I said, it seemed like you guys are fighting wind out there too, man. It's just crazy.
Yeah. I kind of had to think, and nice job, Matt, making that move. That's awesome. I was kind of like with Mark and Rodney. There was really no great bite at any one time. I just got bites throughout the day, but in the morning they would just slap it. They wouldn't. I'd have them on and I'd lose them. And you guys were on live there with me when I lost 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And man, that was getting frustrating. And then, and then they were so tight. You guys saw the sludge I was going through.
Oh, it was terrible.
I mean, I pretty much had to like clear a hole and then drop my lure.
Yeah, incredible.
Get in there. But there was nothing out in the open water. They were really tight to cover. And I caught 30 bass. I caught one on my last cast, I thought, at 458. I go, this is it. No, it was a little one. Then I had what I thought was an 8-pounder on at one time, and you guys saw that. I caught a 8, 9.
Yeah, it was catfish.
Catfish, yeah.
Yeah, it was catfish,
I thought for sure that was going to be the winning fish,
Yeah.
But, I threw the Nico. I got some on chatterbait, on a scrounger. There was no top water bite. But, I mean, I dug, the tightest spots I could, and I got them out of there, but they were – after I talked to you guys, my cable went bad on my phone, so I couldn't recharge, so I had to let go.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the things, we had phone issues today. I mean, it's just one of those days, man. It was cold, It was windy, had a lot of wind. People having phones going dead, even though we had battery chargers. It was just crazy. It's just one of those days, man, But, you just got to you just grind it out.
Yeah, and I did. I casted from beginning. My hand is so sore from casting.
Wow.
You know, just over and over, and you know but that's part of the deal. I mean, I look at it as fun.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But it was tough, but at the same time, man, it's so fun because it was kind of like you were like fishing right with the guys, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And everybody had the same kind of a day because this front that went through.
Absolutely.
You know, and it really shut things. I mean, you think the spawn should be in full swing here, and there was nothing on the craters. They were gone.
Wow.
And you know, usually I can pick off a few 18 inches that way, but today they weren't there. So I think my biggest fish might have been over 18, I think, but I can't remember. But after I talked to you guys, though, I just caught so many 17s that I couldn't get that 19 or 20. You know, which every time I've been out this year, I've caught a 19 or 20.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Well, guys, I want to go over the West bracket. You guys, unbelievable the grind that you guys had to go through. Marty, I'm gonna start with you. Yeah. You had to go through Anthony Garcia out of California. You had to go against Matthew Flett out of Texas, then Rolando Nandon out of Texas to get to the Elite Eight. My goodness, Matt. I mean, this is unbelievable. Mark Pendergraph out of Texas, who's a hammer. Ross Pinkerton out of Texas, who's a hammer. Derek Brundle out of Massachusetts, who's a hammer. And now you had to take another hammer on Marty Hughes. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is unbelievable, the run that you've gone through, man. And I'm telling you, both you guys, I mean, you guys have to be exhausted. It's like you guys have gone 14 rounds against opponents, man, and here you are. I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah, every time that I fish, I mean, I'm fishing 1,000 miles an hour, and by the time I get home, because where I'm fishing is at least an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes to get home. You know, every time, by the time I get home, get unloaded, I'm exhausted. So when we finish this show, I'm showering and I'm getting in bed.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. Well, guys, I want to announce the winner here between the two of you. This is our final four contestant, and who is taking on Mr. Jonathan Pepin and moving on to the final four is going to be Mr. Matt Frentress from Texas. You, my friend, are moving on to the final four. Unbelievable. You take down the principal, Marty Hughes. Incredible.
Yeah.
He takes down the Brundle bundle last week, and he takes down the principal this week.
Unbelievable. Matt, you had 91 inches, and Marty Hughes, you had 87.75 inches. Extremely close. Man, good. Yes. Congratulations to you both, man. I mean, you know, right there, you know, it was very difficult to put up 90 inches on the board today. And Matt, you wound up doing it, and it took every bit of that to beat Mr. Hughes.
Thanks. He was on my tail all day, and I could not cull at the end of the day, and I was thinking I needed one more fish. But it's been really fun to get to fish against some really good anglers and kind of get to know them. I texted a little bit with Marty yesterday, and you know, it's just really cool to meet some really good people. And you know, Marty's a really good angler, and I mean, I've seen him online and everything like that, and it's just fun to compete against, you know, really good folks.
Well, that's amazing. Marty, you have been the biggest supporter of KBBT, and with your following and everything else, I can't thank you enough, buddy. I really can't, and I'm so looking forward to seeing you. I think you're fishing May, right? You're in May's bracket as well?
Yeah, I'm fit. Well, I hope I can. You know, I never, like I said, I don't know what's going to happen here.
Sure.
I mean, this, you know, with my job, I mean, you know, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm in it, and but I want to congratulate Matt, man. That was a great battle. It brings the best out of you, you know, when you do this stuff like this. But I love the format, Greg and Todd, what you guys have done. Mark is an announcer. You guys have got a great thing going. What I'm most proud about is how you guys are taking kayak fishing to another level for us, and you know, getting us exposure. People are excited about this. You know, yeah, it's something a little different, it's not going to go away. It's going to get better and better. And it just gives us another road that we can take if we want, you know.
Yeah.
Who would have thought 5 years ago that we're doing even the tournament scene, you know, how much it's grown. But it's a different way to compete. But for me, you create genuine friendships from it.
This is true.
And, you know, which I've done already. I mean, I've got all these guys in my bucket list when I retire again to go travel and visit and fish with them.
Well, I told you, man. We talked on the phone, man. You know, we talked about your California, Maryland routes. You got to get up here, man. We'll go striper and snakehead fishing, man, for sure, in the Chesapeake Bay.
Absolutely. And I mean, for all the years, I've been doing this a long time, and I've met so many people in kayak fishing, and just about anywhere I travel, there's someone that I know that I could go visit, you know, and spend some time with and fish. And that's what, you know, I guess before I leave this earth and go on to the big guy in the sky, you know, I want to enjoy every minute with all you guys, you know.
Well said, sir. Well said.
That's
well,
awesome.
Congratulations again.
I mean, I mean, if I could say, what a class act between the both of you guys, with, you know, the amount of humbleness and the great character out of both of you guys, and being able to interview you guys and get to know you guys on a deeper level, and you know, not to hammer you know God down anybody's throat, but just to be able to talk to some good Christian men that you know, believe in God, and you know, that's something that's really, you know, touched me. It's amazing to me. And, you know, I'm blessed to have met all of you guys, and what a great matchup. And Marty, it sucks you got to go home, but we'll see you again. It's not the last that we're going to hear of Marty Hughes. And Matt Frentress, amazing job. I hated picking against you yesterday, but I'm happy that you're moving on to the Final Four, and our Final Four is just straight stacked.
It's ridiculous.
And I'm looking forward to seeing how it works out.
It is. It's unbelievable. Well, guys, we're going to jump off here. We're going to end this broadcast. Guys, thank you guys so much for what you guys have done.
Thank you.
Yes, thank y'all.
All right. Todd, hang on with us. Our Final Four is Conrad Bonetti, Mr. William Rodney Kennan, Mr. Jonathan Pepin, and Matt Frentress. What an unbelievable Final Four. Guys, these guys are on for a bigger paycheck, but more importantly, too, they get the trophy and all that stuff. We also have Final Four catch boards custom made for these guys. Unbelievable. These guys deserve it. You know, they definitely deserve it. Thank you, Duke, for helping us out and get those catch boards. We'll get those out to you guys this week. Man, we got a busy week this week, man. We got the Final Four preview. We got the championship coming up this weekend, and we start the 128 bracket at the same time. It's just how we did that because we want to get the holidays out of the way and try to schedule it the best we could. But yeah, God, that's unbelievable.
How about can the North survive the charge from the South here with John Pepin?
This is going to be a huge battle, man. This is going to be, I mean, look, these are heavyweights, man. I mean, Conrad Bonetti versus Rodney Kennan. Are you kidding me? Listen, we will get our Skype fixed. I'm not sure what's going on with Skype. We got to get those two together and just trash talk all day long.
What two great characters to face each
other. And Mark gets to broadcast that. Oh, my gosh, he's going to stir the pot.
And then what about two more humbled spirits, and Matt Frentress and John Pepin going head-to-head? It's going to be fun.
Oh, it's good. It's going to be incredible. Well, guys, we're going to see you Tuesday night. We're going to preview the bracket of 128. And then we're going to talk about we're going to be on Tuesday. We're going to be on probably Thursday and Friday. And Mark's going to do the broadcast on Saturday because I'm fishing. I'm getting involved in this again. I can't wait. Woohoo! Hopefully it's cold weather. Get out of here. And Buddy, we get some rods in the water. So it's going to be exciting.
I won't be fishing until Sunday, so I might be on with
yeah, you're gonna be on with. You're gonna be on. Yeah, exactly. You're gonna be on with Mark. I'm telling you, this is gonna be so cool. Austin, I'm coming for you, buddy. You better watch out, man. Here we go. Saturday. It's trash talking week. It's getting ready to get on. So I'm excited about this, man. Guys, have a great night. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. We had a big number of people on tonight. Large number of people on tonight. Again, this is gonna be so cool and exciting. Todd, thank you for your time, buddy. We'll see you soon.
Of course.